lead singer of Michi Saagiig M'noomin. I come from the reserve, the First Nation, Saagiig First Nation. Well, at the time when we first formed this drum, it was the reserve went through a terrible time, and we had some members down here do the unthinkable, and the men aren't. There's no programming for men. Like, you hardly see any programming for men. We're just expected to, just kind of like be the strong ones. And so when the men come here ask me to, I go out and ask the singers that are already established here if they, I just can't come into another community and just say, hey, you want to sing? So I just said, mind if I teach them how to sing? And they were okay with it. The drum represents to me peace. When you go and travel to these different reserves, you bring that drum with you. You feel safe, and you're there to share the songs. And what it represents to the community is that you take you go and represent the community of Hiawatha, different reserves, and shows them like, okay, the people that are from sitting at this drum are from Hiawatha, so they must, we have to represent Hiawatha well. The lead singer, he makes sure, like when we travel, he makes sure that, all the ones that are traveling are going to be taken care of, how we're going to get there, be taken care of, like food-wise and everything, and he will go without sometimes, just to make sure that the singers are all taken care of. Everything, rides, sleeping, and where's the drum keeper? He's in charge of that drum, and he's the one that brings it out to these powwows. It's like if the lead singer decides he wants to go to this reserve, and the drum carrier says no, we're going to go to this reserve. And so it's between the lead singer and the drum carrier on what they decide and what to do, and all the other singers just, everybody has their own special belonging at that drum, and basically it's just, it's hard to explain. It's just.
I remember when the drum was not heard in this community. Mm-hmm. Like my whole life until the 1990s, there was not a drum heard in this community. Mm-hmm. And we were doing some healing work in the community at that time, back in the 90s. And I remember one of the men that came in to help us with the healing work, he pulled out a hand drum and he started hitting the drum and singing. And I'll always remember what my thought was when I heard him do that. I thought, we don't do that here. And as quickly as I thought that, I thought, that's exactly what we should be doing here. That is what we should be doing here. The drum should be heard here. And as I was in my 30s then, or I don't know. And I thought, this is the first time I ever heard a drum in this community. And so when we think about what the drum means to the community, like now, everybody has heard the drum in the community. And I think about how much that's changed, and it changes community perception about the drum and about ceremonies and about who we are as Anishinaabe people. And so when I think about what does the drum mean to the community, I think how wouldn't it be the saddest thing ever if Cadence didn't grow up hearing the drum, or if Hudson and Logan and Dakota didn't grow up hearing the drum, or the Copperway boys if they didn't grow up hearing the drum and sitting at the drum and learning. Like, so for all of our people that never heard the drum, did we ever miss out on a whole bunch? You know, but it wasn't cool then. It's not even that it was cool or not cool. It was about what did residential school do to everybody, every community. Even though we didn't have, hundreds of people that went off to residential school, we had enough, and we were still taught that what we did was wrong and our ceremonies were wrong. And so today we know that it's not wrong to listen to the drum and to hear the drum in our community and other places, and it's not wrong to do ceremony. Those are right. Those are finally we're doing things right. So the drum has a huge importance to the community. It's not just, oh yeah, we have a drum. It's not just that. It's, yeah, we have a drum. Yeah, our men sit at that drum. Yeah, our young people hear that drum, and they hear the teachings. So it's got such a big importance, and I really feel the importance of it because I felt what it was like to never hear it.
Anin bonjour, Josh Potash Dishakaz from Pimidash Kodiang Donjaba, Chijak Dodem, Michi Saagiig M'noomin, and now I'm connected to Michi Saagiig M'noomin from just knowing the singers around the community. And I think like when I was traveling earlier in my age, after my firstborn daughter, or after my first daughter was born, I took a step back from powwows because it was just hard to travel. So I knew Michi Saagiig M'noomin was around, and I had a place to sit at that were welcoming, and I was able to sit and drum and do something I still enjoy. It's like, to me, it's just not this drum. Like, it's being able to sit at any drum is very rewarding. It's a teaching, like, in everything pretty much. The drum carries that knowledge, and we get to learn that. It teaches you more than just drumming. It teaches you the respect, it teaches you the culture, it teaches you calmness. There's so many like little things that people don't think of when you sit at the drum that you learn. So like, to me, it's just like sitting at any drum is a rewarding aspect of life. Yeah, so it kind of goes like hand in hand for me. I started singing when I was 12, and since I started in this role, I've taken over youth drumming. So it's kind of come full circle because it's I learned here drumming, and now I'm teaching the youth of Hiawatha now. So the cultural coordinator process view it's awesome, like being able to teach the kids that, and as a drummer, it's being able still like teaching the kids like the rules of the drum, the responsibilities that they need to carry, and it's like hand in hand for me. The drum, like a lot of responsibility. You wouldn't think it, but just you, like, from a spectator point of view, like, you wouldn't see that. the responsibilities to each other to hold that song, carry that, learning the song as a group, being on beat for the dancers. It sounded like I heard a buffalo. You might get yelled at. So it's like
or scalp.
Yeah. It's like bringing that good energy and like having that uphold like everyone else. So it's just a lot of responsibility that you wouldn't think you would see. It's like almost hidden, but like it's just be holding yourself accountable songs. As for community, like I would say the drum. I wouldn't say the community owns the drum. Like no one owns the drum. It has its own sphere.
Right.
But when the community calls on the drum, like I think like there's ceremonies that they need the drum, or like say a funeral. We've done that a lot, unfortunately. But the drum helps healing in that process. So it's almost hand in hand again, like just the community drum being there for the community and vice versa.
Right.
My connection. So my name's Jerry Zentz, and my connection is Pam was beading one night in the lower hall, and Jill mentioned, she's like, hey, would you like to sing? And I said yes, and I went to the Hiawatha powwow, and Bing said, hey, do you want to come and sing? And I just sat there and sang for the first time. And my connection is with my sons, singing. But I guess that's basically how it started. That's the connection. Yeah.
What do you feel when the drum beat starts?
Energy. Dakota mentioned something a long time ago. He's like, you're all one. So it's like you're all connected as one. The drum is one, and you lift everyone at the drum, and that's your job. So if someone is down, it's your job to lift. And Dakota Law told me that. So that's what I'm doing. I like the John Snake song for some reason. I like that. And I like Cloud 9. I think Cloud 9 is fun to sing. So that would stand out. I think John Snake's song is because one of the first songs we learned, right? Like, and then and we know it together. Yeah. So that stands out.
Any moments that stand out for you?
Yeah, a grand entry with other drums, that stands out a lot. But moments with us singing, 2 years ago at the North Shore powwow, the drum makes me cry sometimes. I don't know why, but it does. So I don't want to think about it. I don't want to cry on camera. What's important?
I think you've kind of covered it there.
Well, you know what's important? When you're at the powwow and Meeg goes, everyone here is welcome. There's no politics here.
Right.
This is a place of fun. And the best thing about a powwow is everybody feels welcome. So say you got a big, zit on your face, or you've got a limp or something. If there's something not right, it doesn't matter at a powwow. You always, so what to take away is you're always welcome there, and you're always there for fun. And that's what I think should be taken away.
What do you hope singers, dancers, youth, community members feel when they hear our drum?
What do they feel? I hope they feel that they can like dance, and they're proud of us. They're proud of us for doing a good job. That's that, and they enjoy it. I hope they feel that that's like, yeah, it's Michi Saagiig M'noomin and Minnie M'noomin. It's the youth drum. It's all like, it's not just, it's like we're like a drum family, you know. It's like there's a lot of singers here, you know, and I hope they just enjoy us, and they're proud of us, and they like to dance.
All right. Ani Bojo, Kanawea, Makade Mami Guanikwe, Michi Saagiig N'shnabe Kwe Dow, Hiawatha First. So, hello everyone. My name is, well, my Anishinaabe name is Makade Mami Guanikwe. Translated to English, it's Black Butterfly Woman. And the CRA knows me as Kelly Marshall. My community is Hiawatha First Nation, and I sit with the Pike Clan.
Okay, what happens in your body, mind, or spirit when the drum beat starts?
That's a good one. It doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter what drum beat it is. I feel it in my bones. We had a big fancy lunch the other day, last week, for Chancellor that is retiring. And they had their song. My song was already queued because I had danced for him. But this was after. And they played it and I couldn't. So I'm sitting there trying to have a conversation. And it's really hard for me not to. Because I do feel it in every part of who I am. And I think when you have that connection and you feel it, and it engrosses every part of who you, like every blood cell feels the drum. It's hard not to move and become one with that, because it's one with me. So I become one with it in a way. And that's why it's, I don't know, when you hear that drum, it almost fills you with a calm, because it reminds you, it takes you back, it centers you. Right? That heartbeat, it centers you. I could be having an anxiety attack and I will play crow hop. I'm not sure why, but I just love crow hops. And it's like, hearing it, it's almost like it is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. So I hear that heartbeat, and then mine can calm down, whether I'm dancing or whether I'm just in tune. When I'm teaching people to round dance, I usually, not round dance, when I'm teaching people to dance pow, I always start with a round dance. Like the song, a round dance song. And I have them close their eyes and I have them put their hand over their heart, because their heart is in tune with that drum. And when your heart is in tune with the drum beat, you have the rhythm. You just follow your heart, you know? And it usually works. And then once they've got that down, they're like, oh yeah, that is, oh my God, my heartbeat is. And you can see it on their faces and their eyes are closed. Yeah. And when you have them close their eyes, their inhibitions kind of, they don't go out the window, but they realize that nobody's watching. Everybody's eyes are closed. So when you watch their faces, when they realize, holy shit, my drum is in tune, or my heart is in tune with that drum. Yeah. like when you see their faces, it's like the most beautiful thing. And then I tell them to bend their knees, like when they're, you know, when they've got the rhythm, and they do, and it's beautiful to watch. And that's how I teach people to dance, is through the drum, is through a round dance song. And it's to show them that our heartbeat is connected to that drum, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Like, it's all connected. And once you show them that connection, like, their eyes light up. It's like, holy shit, you know, like what they've been telling us is true, right?
Right.
So that's usually how I start that.
What should people understand about your regalia?
Every piece is sacred. Every piece is intentional. It's not something. Oh, this is tricky. My regalia and our regalia are sacred, but I also believe they are a good segue into education, because people might ask me a question when I'm in regalia that they wouldn't ask me otherwise. I'm very fortunate that I can wear it. I understand that. I understand my privilege living in today's, like the privilege I have that I am able to wear it and not be shunned or shamed. I mean, we are, but not to the extent that our ancestors were, obviously. And that, to me, gives it that little more, like it, not a little more sacred, but like, I think of that when I'm wearing it sometimes. How privileged and lucky I am that I can wear it proudly, because my grandfather never would have. Like, so I try to think of that, and then I try to use it as an educational tool instead of jumping down people's throats if they, come and touch it. Because I don't think anybody learns or retains. It's like your children. If you yell at them all the time, they're not listening to you anymore, right? Like, non-Indigenous people tend to get their backs up when you get defensive. So even if I'm irritated, I try to breathe through it and think of the grandfather teachings.
Ani bojo M'noomin Saagiig M'noomin Jill Nishikash Wapshashi Durham Pamachkodi and Donjba Michi Saagiig M'noomin. So my English name is Jill Stevens. I am a member of Hiawatha First Nation, and I'm married to the lead singer and one of the founding members of the Michi Saagiig M'noomin drum. So the drum's kind of like magic, right? I say that about the youth, the magic that happens Thursday nights. And so Thursday nights being the practice night for youth. So this is, it brings together the singers, like the drum brings together the singers, but behind the singers are their families. So it could be moms and dads, it could be spouses, it could be sisters, brothers, right? So it's bringing that connection. And same at an event, right? So everybody's like traveling together, supporting one another, just being there to support, right? So it's bringing together like the youth or their families. And then the sound, right? The sound of that heartbeat, right? That's what calls you to come up and dance, right? So it's like, I think it's like that blood memory. So you hear it, and whether you're up and dancing or not, your foot's tapping, your hands tapping, like whatever. So that's where it brings together the dancers, right? So whether they're in regalia or not, there's that call to dance. And then at events, that's where their community and our elders come in, right? So that's where everybody's together listening to the sound of the heartbeat, the sound of our mother. So yeah, I think it's quite beautiful what the drum can do. So people don't see all of the hard work, the practices, the repetition and learning the songs, how often you have to practice, how often you repeat those songs until it's like, it's intrinsic, right? They don't see that. They don't see all of the work that goes into it. They don't see the planning, the text back and forth. Are we going to this powwow? We got invited to this thing. Can we do it? The scheduling, like they don't see all of the behind the scenes work. They just see the thing. So even like if you're going to like a fancier event and you want to look coordinated, they don't see the work that goes into making those shirts or the vests or whatever it is to give you that look, right? So there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, as you said, before you can be that drum on the stage or that drum at that event. Like there's so much work. Yeah, it's like hours and hours and hours and hours of preparation, whether it be you guys practicing, whether it be the wives or the friends supporting, like whatever it is, right? There's more to it than just, we're gonna go sing a song.
Okay. What do you hope this drum teaches the next generation?
Ooh, okay, I gotta think for a second. The way to act, kindness, confidence, don't be cocky, all the core things that you should be. And I think like Bing's good at policing that, like hey, pick up your garbage. sit up straight, don't act like that. You know, he does let kids be kids a little bit, but he does stop it, you know. So what I hope it teaches them, I forget who said it. You talk about teachings. You're on your best behavior around the drum. You don't swear. You don't bounce your stick off it. You don't act. It's like when you're sitting around the drum. It's not you're judged, but you're. You got to be honest around it.
And with you, it'd be your connection with, I guess, the Michi M'noomin.
Yeah, I did it at North Shore for a couple years before, and I think Bing wanted to start a youth drum, and so we did. And yeah, just like reminds me of the like powwow and how it's fun and just gives good thoughts. You gotta be respectful around the drum, and like you treat it like a child, like, and don't treat it bad.
What do you feel, or how do you feel when the drum starts? When you start off a song?
Like kind of like a part of something, and also like it's fun to sing. It's just like, I don't know, it just feels good, I guess.